Thank you for joining me for yet another unboxing video, and today we have more Cyberpunk goodness. We're talking Cyberpunk 2077, Gangs of the Night City, the board game, expansion, families, and Outcasts. This is an expansion pack. You need to have a copy of Gangs of Night City, the board game, the core box set to use this expansion. Of course, this is brought to you by CMON and CD Projekt Red. With stretches of landfills and melasma that blows all the way into the city, soil saturated with chemicals and acid rain, ensuring nothing will ever grow on them, Biotechna protein farms and the Jackson Plains power plant stretching to the south, the Badlands is a picture-perfect apocalypse. And then there are the nomads, many of whom will prey on unsuspecting passerbys that wander into their path. If you think Night City is dangerous, just wait till you get into the Badlands. Of course, this is a core box. This is core components not included. You need to have a copy of Cyberpunk 2077 Gangs of the Night City, the board game, to play this expansion. This expansion came out in 2023, brought to you again by CMON and CD Projekt Red. For more information, go to cmon.com. As you guys know, CMON has gotten rid of a bunch of licenses. Cyberpunk, not sure if they still have it or not. I don't want to get too political in this post, so just go to cmon.com to find out more information about Cyberpunk. Probably if they don't carry this line any longer, they probably can show you in the right direction as to where to go to get more information about this box and the other expansions that are available, of course, and how to play videos as well. Maybe some additional scenarios that they put up on the page as well. So here we go. Let's get started with the unboxing. So let's crack this bad boy open and see what kind of goodness we have on the inside. And right off the bat, we see a bunch of really cool stuff. Let me take a look around. Since I got this in the aftermarket, I want to see if maybe there's an extra rule book that's also attached to this somewhere. There does not appear to be one. So we're going to move on. We're going to take a look here at the two new gangs that are going to pop up into your games. The Caldos, okay. It's clan family. Starring district will be the Badlands. Gain the following duration of your reclaim based on how many non-drone units you have in play. You have your activate, your reclaim, and your welcoming community. We'll flip this over to here. Again, same thing as in the core book. You have your solo, you have your net runner, and you have your techie. And also here you have a background information about this gang here, which I'll read a little bit about that. So let's see what it says here. Originating in Los Angeles, the Caldos are one of the most well-known nomad groups on the West Coast. They erect temporary camps across the desert, but never convene as a single group simultaneously. Their caravans operate in the free states of the West Coast, where they transport passengers and merchandise over state borders in large, well-guarded convoys. So there you go. You have your Caldos. Those characters there. So that's another gang that you add to the core box set. And you have the Wraiths as well. Starring district is the Badlands as well. Again, you have your Rage, your Activation, your Reclaim, and your Rated tokens. Wraith Outlaws, again, there's your Solo, your Techie, and your Netrunner. They are all basic units. While nomads as a whole usually operate in a judicial gray area, the Wraiths ignore the law completely. Aggressive and vicious, they have ravaged the areas surrounding the Night City, raiding small villages and attacking small groups of nomads, as well as any weakly guarded corporate transport that has the misfortune of crossing their path. All right, so there is their player board. Stick that over here. So I'll see that we have some outskirts for the outside of the board itself. So let's take a look at this. It's folded up nicely. Over here, it tells you again your meters. See what it says on this side. Again, this says the Badlands, which is on the outskirts of the city. Again, the Badlands. So you put that down like this, and that goes around your core board set. Right, so you got that big thing there. So we're going to just kind of move this in a way where you can see it. So it's pretty large, as you can see. It's an L, it's definitely in the form of a right angle. So it goes around the board, obviously not on the board. So there you go. So that's pretty cool. I'm gonna close that up and put that right there so you see that right here. And of course, so we have also our new player boards. Got some new tokens. Again, all these tokens are explained to you in the core rulebook, which you need to have to play. And of course, you need a core set to use this this expansion as well. Back again. So there you go. So I got some new tokens. Of course, you also have some new. So we've got this. Let's say this middle components, the module card, module components. Badlands board. Okay, it says sparsely populated by nomads. The Badlands are the vast plains outside the city, outside Night City, I should say. Unchecked resource extraction, burning oil fields, rampant pollution. This district makes Night City feel like a rich oasis, but it holds golden opportunities for those in the know. Mobile. This is how you set up. Again, it goes on the bottom of the board. New rules. Occupying the Badland point of interest grants the player control of a business, a fixer, and a data fortress at the same time. New rule. The Badlands does not have any district rewards. New rule. The Badlands is considered a district, but not a Night City district. Connect the Badlands board to the bottom right corner of the game board. So again, you need that core box set to do that. And we add a new story to the actual original game that was released, the actual core set. So this is just another okay, so there it is. So we have our Night City Tour card. It says one man's trash requires the Badlands module. The Badlands are mostly a wasteland, but there are useful places there. It's just a matter of seeing value in the right landfill. Accept, place 3 time on this board, new rule, and next step. Then we have the story intro, land grab. This story requires the Badlands module. Flip that over, land grab. Biotechnicas looking to expand their protein farms out in the Badlands. The Dam Corp is trying to offer piles of eddies to gangs that'll stay out of their way. What's the price of our freedom nowadays? Then your story set up. Then you have Act 1A, a better desert. Act 1B, staying free. Act 2A, calling for help. Act 2B, retaliation. Act 3A, rage against the core. Act 3B, our battlefield, and our wasteland. Keep it together. The corporation won't stop until everything is their domain. We will not allow this. We ain't no puppets, nah. So there you have it. And again, all of them are set up the same way. The act setup, the new rule, story epilogue. All that information there. So again, you have another adventure, another module that goes along with the core box set. You also have a couple of new cards, some combat cards, some opportunity cards, and then you have your solo player, single player mode, or solo mode, families and outcasts. So these are your solo mode cards here. It gives you information about the Wraiths Outlaws, the Alder Caldos, and your district player map here. So that tells you Badlands, single player mode, opposing gang behavior, recruiting priority, one techie netrunner solo. And there you go, single player mode, and the Wraiths as well. So that's for your solo mode right there. You also have your opportunity cards. Let's take a look at those. Free stems, your requirement, no requirement. When seized, gain 1 for each you have, then you may recruit 1 basic. Again, all these icons that you see here, from there, and down here, all those icons are explained to you in the core rulebook in the core box set of Cyberpunk Gangs of Night City, the board game. Nomad Caravan mods, requirement presence in Badlands. When seized, requirement control at least 2 businesses points of interest. Ripper Doc on the payroll, gain 1 cred for each that you have. Then you may seize another opportunity without paying its cost. Any extra requirements must still be satisfied. Core transport raids, requiring dominance in Badlands. Raid spoils, requirement, no requirements. When seized, gain 1 cred for each you have. Then you may steal money or won that for an opponent. 2020's Brain Dance, presence in the Badlands. Gain 1 for each you have. Then you may replace an opportunity card in the market, putting it to the bottom of the opportunity deck. There's your opportunity cards. And you also have your combat cards as well. Again, these are your starting combat cards for each of the characters there. So that's the 4 of those. The Crusher, Short Circuit, the Subdermal Armor, and Cyberpunk. That's your starting cards for your groups. And you get several characters of each of these. Alright, so this is still locked in place, so let me open that up so I can take the tape off and I can show you the minis that are included in this expansion. Again, I've never actually played the Cyberpunk 2077 video game, so I really can't compare it to that, but I could tell you that I have played Cyberpunk Red, and it's quite a fun game. That's the RPG version of this. So again, looking forward to taking on the core box, the core game, and taking on. Oh, I missed a couple other pieces of tape. So give me a second here, guys. I'm still with you. I just gotta. These boxes sometimes have a lot of tape on them, but you just don't see it right off the bat. And bing, bang, boom, that is done. And now I'm right with you. Also, you have a wrap your cards as well. So again, here we go with you get a bunch of new characters. You get some more. So if you're gonna play the Badlands expansion, you got some, again, 3 for each of your characters that you get. Put that on there so you know that you're playing for the Badlands. So what else do we have here? So we have, again, just like in the core box set, for each of your gang members, you have 3 of each type. So here's type 1. And you get 3 of this guy. This girl, I should say. Got a cool wrench. And you also have this gentleman right here with what looks to be an AK-47. Now again, the bases are different. Here you have a hexagon, you have the octagon, and you have the square. Each one represents a different type of character in the game. So let me show you what I mean by that. So again, we're at the character cards. So obviously brown goes with brown. These are the Alder Caldos. So if you look at it here, the girl with the wrench is a tech. The guy with the gun is the solo. And the guy with the computer is the netrunner. So it tells you right off the bat there which character is which. So you can see very clearly here, she is that character right there. He is this character right here. And this guy is that character right there. And again, you get 3 of each of those. And then you also have the wraiths. So if you turn this over this way here, we have our techie. Again, these are great miniatures. Simon always does a phenomenal job with their miniatures. So that's your techie. This is your net runner. That's your net runner, which is a really cool sculpt. And then you have your solo. That's a really, really cool figure. So there's that one. There's this one. And you have this one. Again, you have your techie. That's your techie. That is your Netrunner. And he is your solo. And just again, as I said, you get 3 of each. As you can tell, there's a slot here. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and you get 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3 additional. And this is everything that's included. And this concludes our unboxing of Cyberpunk 2077 Gangs of Night City, the board game. This is an expansion, Families and Outcasts, brought to you by the wonderful people at CMON and CD Projekt Red. Again, you can only use this expansion with the core box set of Cyberpunk 2077 Gangs of Night City, the board game. For more information, you go to cmon.com or cdprojectred.com. As always, thank you so much for joining us for this unboxing video, which truly appreciate. If you enjoyed the video, you can always give us a thumbs up and leave a comment below. You can also hit that subscribe button. This way you're kept up to date as to any time we release new content to the page. As always, thank you so much for joining us. Be safe, be well, enjoy the rest of your day, and we'll catch you on the next unboxing video.